shy. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Like some people put that one face with this.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. Alright. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Applauded Boss, and we're back at it again with a brand new video.
Hi.
So today I'm here with my husband Remain, and we're gonna be talking about our filing process, what it took for me to migrate to America to be with him, so we can start our life, our family, everything.
What's the entire process?
Yeah, just the entire process and all of that. So persons who know us,
Wait, we should have a disclaimer.
What's the disclaimer?
A couple of disclaimers. One, we're parked on the roadside, so if you hear the cars passing, don't mind it. And two, we know this process, ours might not be the longest, because you'll find out later on as to how we got the case to be sped up and whatever. We won't go into details on to how we got it expedited, but that's a part of it.
Right.
So I don't want anybody coming in her comment section saying, oh, we have people here waiting for 5-6 years.
Our story is different.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody's story is different. First of all, for me to come here into the States, my process took 13 years. I completely forgot about mine, lived my life like never having like a migrate.
Right.
So just get that out there. Everybody's story is different. Ours just had a lot happening as well. I'm sure others have the same situation, maybe even close.
And even though it was like almost 2 years, it really wasn't the easiest either.
There was a lot in between.
There was a lot in between. So, you know, our story is definitely different. So I hope nobody kind of downplay our story to say, oh, you guys got through so fast. You wouldn't understand unless you're going through it. Okay.
So for those who just want to know what happened in the process, then this video is for you.
This video is for you. If you're here to nitpick and find problem, you can just stop watching right here.
That's your disclaimer?
Yes.
Now we can continue.
Alright. So persons who know us, you would know that we were high school sweethearts. Right, babe?
Yeah.
Yeah. We were high school sweethearts. You know, we broke up. Should I say this?
What?
We broke up, but we were still in contact, basically. We have always...
Don't worry, guys. We stayed in contact, but we still respected
each other's relationship.
And, yeah, so nothing like what
So
you
nothing,
might be thinking.
nothing went on. But the persons who know, we were always good friends. He was always there to help me out. He was just always there, you know. And of course, he migrated in 2018, September 2018, and I think it was the week before you migrated.
It was the last time I saw you?
Yeah.
I
Like
so,
before he migrated, it was like, you know, I want to see you before I go, etc., etc. And he migrated. You know, contact we kind of lose at one point.
I think the only time Linnea reached out to me was because her friend, something was wrong with her friend's computer. And apparently I was the only person she could think of who could help.
Anytime I have technology problem, this is who I call. He knows what to do, so...
And mind you, it's been maybe... When did you work and travel?
2019.
Alright, so 2018 maybe at 2019 before she reached out to me for help with computer.
Yeah, so most of the times he was always the one trying to check up All of that.
And she just never gave me time idea. You know, as I said, we respected each other's relationship.
Right.
And then it is very strict when it comes to hers. She don't
I don't
entertain
play.
anybody or talk to nobody, no
No.
matter how close they used to be before.
Exactly.
Which is why we are married now.
Yes.
So,
So, yeah. What me reach?
After me migrate and whenever we talk until 2019.
Just about the computer situation. And then in 2020, should I say this part?
That's when I came down?
Yeah, he came down and he wanted to see me.
Oh, yeah, this was a nice time.
Yeah.
First time seeing you since 2018.
Since 2018. And
so 2 years.
After 2 years, we meet up, you know, just friendly, and we were just, cause his let's say, Puta.
Yeah, Puta.
Puta was a driver, and Puta did come and pick me up, and he was there, and you know, we did just get some KFC, and anybody who knows Santa Cruz, you know, over center, so we just park over center while we eat and chat, just catch up and laugh at everything. And
yeah, the whole situation was like it was like we never even stopped talking.
Like
for
we
2
never
years,
stopped talking for 2 years.
Or we never see each other for 2 years.
Right.
It's like
it just clicked.
Like I just yesterday.
Right.
I see him say, yeah, later, man, let me talk to you. You know, it was just like there was no distance or time in between.
Nothing. We did still an idiot. Still never had no sense. Still laughy. Just, you know, our relationship has always been good. We constantly, you know, about the respect for each other.
That's my that she always start the arguments. just to get that out there. She always start the arguments.
But enough of that. We started dating again, and it was good, long distance. Honestly, I never knew it would get this far, if I'm be honest. But because it was long distance, but he had plans for us, right, babe? And you know, the love grows stronger and stronger. It did always do it, but you know, love build back up and everything. And he proposed in 2022, right? April, dream proposal and everything. And then we got married August of that year. We did not have a big wedding. Many persons did not know that I was married. You know, like months after me did post, and person like, you get married.
Yeah, people were thinking we got married when they saw the photo shoot at the cabin.
At the cabin, that's when they thought we got married.
So that's our 1 year anniversary.
Right, that's when we get married a long time ago. And yeah, we get married, and we've been that couple.
Yeah, I traveled a lot to Jamaica.
Yeah.
I think it was 2 to 3 times a year, so it was
a heap of money spent on traveling.
A lot of money. Yeah. Hence why we never did it. I mean, we wanted the private wedding. By the way, the wedding, I had COVID. I didn't know at the time, but the night before I got sick. Was it the night before I got sick? I started
and
throwing
we did not know that he got COVID.
And everybody was like, in my side, we're like, oh, you gonna get COVID.
Yeah.
You know why I'm married.
All of that.
Because them know I'm sick,
Sick. And to be honest, at the wedding, I not even did nervous or nothing.
No, I wasn't, but I was sweating balls.
Because you fever.
I had a crazy fever. I had no idea. I just know me that I melt. I had a headache from the morning. It was almost like the devil. I said, yeah, I got through with this.
It was just a day, but it turned out good, right?
Yeah, it was good. We had an argument that day too.
Yeah. We have an argument the day when I get married.
But it turned out pretty good. Despite me having COVID. By the way, Danae was with me the entire time.
We never, you know, that whole,
we
never catch no COVID. And you know that thing, boy, you can't see your husband or your wife till the day the morning of the wedding, a cycle. We never do that because the same night we were together and everything. So we didn't have that traditional thing. But we do want to keep something one day. We invite our close friends and family. Nothing big, no, something not really fussy, but just something intimate and sweet. But that.
We got married in August, and then.
Alright, so this video might be a bit long, but
it's definitely gonna be a long video.
Who are here still? So in 2022 October, I went to the embassy to apply. Not apply, I had applied for my visiting visa because he was always on my back about it. And of course, you know, we want to can travel to each other and something. So I went to the embassy October 5, 2022. I will never forget that day. For a visiting visa. Visiting visa, and I say, guys, I swear to God, I gonna get through. I say, I pray, olive oil, everything. I say, when I go up there, only if you see they hand me green paper, cause I say, should I go on J1 and something already? They would have given me the visa, but they claimed to say that I wasn't working enough years, and
which is bullshit.
Because other persons go
with no work
experience and they get through. But I guess when I hear time, I just hear time. I'm saying yeah, me bad, because if I'm being honest, even though my husband lives here, I would never break the law to say run off. Maybe just want that whole
because she's as a teacher, she has all the holidays basically, summer, Christmas. I had to take time off.
Right, he always had to take time off, and I could have spent a longer time than him, because when he come, he only can spend like a week or 2
weeks the most,
and that was kind of
2 weeks, maybe in like 10 days, because that's 2 weeks.
And those are the fastest 10 days of my life. There's never enough time with him. Anyways,
well, we make it work. I mean, we travel as often as I could.
Yeah, he really...
It was a good thing that I was keeping track too, because that was needed later on in the process.
He really showed up for me, trust me. And there were times when mother said, babe, me need you to come home now. And he come home.
You did do that one time.
Yeah, and he found a way and he came home. No matter where it cost, no matter what, he was just always there. Yeah, and I remember after getting turned down, the what I call her company.
Right now that whole thing right now is a whole...
That sole person who had their business, and we supported them to sign us up and everything. And after we never get through, because of the whole desperation, she said that we could apply again right away. And we say, you sure? She said yes. And we send her with 26,000. I don't forget the amount.
We send the same time.
But
like
God go with you. I send her the 26,000. Basically, we didn't get an appointment date. Like, I couldn't get any appointment. Up to this day, I don't know why. But I couldn't get any appointment. And the fact that I couldn't get any appointment, it means the money's still there. So... up to this day, the girl not send me back the money. But anyway, you're there in our world,
God go with you.
God go with you. Yeah, God.
I don't even know if you still do that.
26,000, you never make me worse or anything, but I hope it did make you better. But anyways, after that, we the year after, Sutherland, my friend, she told me about Miss Ebanks. Everybody probably knows Miss Ebanks, and she has a travel company, and she was telling me that she went through her, and customer service was really good and whatever, and we signed up with Miss Ebanks, and trust me, she was real good. You guys can go and support her. If I find her business page, if I remember her business page, I will put it at the bottom of the video. Yeah, she signed me up, everything. She was really good. Once more, I couldn't get no appointment date. None at all. I don't know what was happening on my case. One of the time I think embassy banned me. Right? me couldn't get no appointment date till one point. She just text me and say, boy, look like you not go get no appointment date. You want me to send you back the money? and she did send me back the money. You see, good customer service, honest people.
But we did wait. We waited for a while.
Yeah, we did
But there
wait.
was a date, but it was for like 2024.
2025.
2020, yeah.
Yeah,
That
like
was
next year.
Yeah, so like, no, that's okay.
Hell
We're
no.
not doing that.
And then we never did get no date. Honestly, I didn't feel like embassy banned me or something because me did go apply right after.
But when did we do that again with her?
In 2023.
But we already the filing. We already started the filing. So
Yeah.
after we got married, we'll go backstory. So the filing process. This is the start. It was in February 7, 2023. That's when we submitted the documents. So even before this, I was already downloading all the documents. If you guys want the forms, they're all on USCIS website. You can download them. So for marriage, at the time I was a green card holder. So in that case, it takes longer, but it is possible for you to be a green card holder and filing for your spouse. It's the I-130. I had to do the I-130 and the I-130A, which is going to be your spouse's information. So download the form weeks or probably even months before the whole process, and then filled it out, uploaded it on the 7th of February. The fee was $675. So just for you guys to know, this process wasn't
easy at all, or the cheapest. And
we got it though. We're still traveling, still doing all of that, still going to hotels,
still I do this, still I do that.
Because we had to live our life,
People probably think so we're rich, but we're not rich.
Never rich at all.
Just that savings. It's just savings and
the overtime I'm ever putting.
My husband just make things happen regardless. So
so submitted on February 7, 2023, and then that same day it just says that they received the form. Knowing that I was a green card holder at the time, they weren't going to look at it anytime soon.
But his mom, she's very she's very prayerful, and basically she said that God said to her that we should put in the papers, and him did right away. Never wait, never hedge, because we were waiting on him to become a citizen before we put in the papers. But when he was a green card holder, his mom said, God said no must start now.
So that's why we submitted it on February 7. And then later on, did I travel? I know I did travel that year, but I'm not sure when.
Yeah, man, you did travel.
Because I know I traveled every year for the most part.
2023, you traveled in August for our anniversary.
Yeah, in August we had our
You came before that as well. April. When so did them get married?
Yes. Well, married or engaged?
Engaged, right.
Yes, we were a part of that as well. Thank you guys for having us there. But in June 21st, I was gonna be eligible for being a citizen or applying for being a citizen at 5 years. But 90 days before, you can still submit your application. Because it takes them a good 90 days before they process it. So June 21st was literally the day I was qualified to apply for it. So that's the exact same day I submitted my N400. If you're a green card holder trying to be a citizen after 5 years, or if you're 4 years and there's 90 days before your 5-year period, you can submit to N400. That costs $725. So I submitted the 21st, filled out the form. By the way, we did not use a lawyer. Shout out to Stacy Ann. Not sure if she wants us to put her information in here at all, but if you guys needed help with anything, I can probably reach out to her if it's okay for you guys to contact her or not. I just asked her for advice. I didn't, use her service as to pay for it. No lawyers, as I said. Long story short, we couldn't afford one.
You couldn't afford that.
I reached out to immigration lawyers online, and the prices they were charging $6,000-$7,000.
Them money there.
Look how this one drive on the road. Jeez. Alright, so looking at the forms, before I found out the prices, looking at the forms, I understood nothing. After I saw the price, I want everything come together. Learn it, fill out everything. That's why I started everything months before.
I waste the money then.
Yeah, I did everything months before. Look into it, read over and over until I get it. Look up, Google everything. It was just research.
You see, my husband, boy, I forgive him. you see, he was just on the ball with everything. And guys, to be honest, I went through the process. I was in the process firsthand, but I don't know how none of them. I never know how the document look until it was time for me to do my interview, and I make sure I peruse everything. I did peruse everything but at least 4 times a day before I go over embassy, because I wanted to make sure everything did in order. You can continue.
So, as I said, the 21st of June, that's when I submitted my citizenship, because I wanted to get that process done so I could eventually expedite our filing process. As I said, they're not going to look on it until I become a citizen, or it would have taken maybe 2 years before them say, okay, this guy worked long enough, we can try to look on in case. Or it's more like when the visa becomes available, because I wasn't priority at the time. So June 23rd, they gave me a biometrics date for my citizenship. And then July 14th, that's when I went in and did my biometrics, and they updated the status saying, okay, they're processing my case and they're going to schedule an interview. November 6th is when they scheduled my interview. So you see, it started June all the way to November before I got a date, and the date that they gave me was November 27th. That's when I did my interview, and it was in the process of waiting for the interview date. You have to study the book. It was 100 questions, and they only asked you 10. So you had to know all
everything
in there.
You don't know what they're going to choose.
I had an audio book, and that shit played every single day. So I was sleeping, and I hear it in my head over and over and over till I couldn't know the questions in order. Till me have to say, no, mom, you have to try do it in a different order, so I don't just get confused when they come to it. And thankfully, when it was interview time, the guy, I don't even remember the questions he asked me. It was just like 3 questions though. I guess I realized, yeah, this guy
knows his thing.
So I'm not gonna waste him time. They asked me if I wanted to do the oath ceremony that day, and I said no, because I was traveling in December. That would have been my first Christmas.
And he told me that
that they took my passport and I couldn't travel.
Yeah. And then he hopped up on me in December, and I was like,
then his response was that I'm like, hey, you not happy to see me?
Because the day before I was like, oh God, me not give it to my husband, me all sad and something, you know. And this man I plan up to come and see me.
So we had our first, but before we got there, I had to tell them that no, I can't do the oath ceremony that day because I was going to be traveling, and he said no problem, he's going to see if we can schedule it for when I come back from the trip. So he initially said that, you know, look out for something maybe in January or so, because I was traveling in December. Christmas was really good. It was a really good Christmas.
It was a really good Christmas. It was our first Christmas together. I've always been praying that I really want to spend a Christmas with my husband, because even though I have my family, Christmas for me has always been lonely since I'm in a long distance relationship, because you know everybody have their person on Christmas Day and stuff, and I'm just there like,
yeah. And with my job, they have something called blackout days where you can't travel.
You can't travel.
So Christmas was one of those for me. But because your boy, I'm not gonna give myself no props. Just because I'm a good worker.
Yeah.
I petitioned for that time and I got it.
And he got it. And we definitely had to see each other during December, because you know with going through this entire process, it can cause a lot of strain on your mental health and stuff, and you definitely need.
I needed to be away from here, that's for sure. Because she could tell when I was there too, it was.
Yeah.
I was stressed out.
She was really checked out and everything, and you know, it wasn't easy, guys. It wasn't easy, and with me and going to work, my job was not the most how would I say it? No, it wasn't the most.
The environment wasn't the best.
Peaceful. I had the best co-workers, but it wasn't the most peaceful job, and I was stressed at some point. I would just show the stress because, you know, we're thugs and we have to tug it out, and we have to just show up and be positive and then we're there. But your girl did that stress.
through it.
Yeah, man, they got through it.
Yeah,
And
we were both
you know,
out
they
of
don't
it.
want to come home to your husband and, you know, hug up and, you know, have a shoulder to lean on. But everything worked out. And he came that December and it was just pure joy and everything. And, you know.
Yeah, this process, guys, is not for the weak.
Not for the weak.
I can see why some people get their visa and they have their spouse overseas and they run off and then later on the adjustment their status.
Yeah.
I understand.
I understand, but I wouldn't do that, but I understand.
We went the long way and we went through all the emotional distress and everything, the mental.
Everything.
So, back to me getting my citizenship. After the interview, the 27th, they scheduled a date in January, but they cancelled it because January 19th, and they cancelled it because of the snowstorm. They called me 2 days before my interview.
Me say that time the me stress out. Come and say, Jesus Christ, this is just a push back things now. It's during this process that I really learned that everything just really happens on God's timing, and you really just can't. There's really no way around that. And when it happens, you just have to accept, say, it happened for a reason. Sounds very cliche, but best believe anytime something happens, it is for a reason.
The next date that they gave me was so after January 19th, they just told me, you know, they cancel it, can't do anything, they must wait for the next date. And checking emails every day, wait for phone calls until, I don't remember if it was early February they reach out or the last of January, I don't remember.
Somewhere around.
But then the date that I got was February 23, and that's when I went in.
And God heals.
And then I had my ceremony that day, took the picture of my flag. That's why you saw, you might see the previous video that I had the flag in here. That's from the old ceremony, and I kept it in the car since. That same day when I got my certificate, it's a certificate of naturalization. I came right to the car and I called USCIS. Same day, tell them, say, listen, I want to update my status from being a green card holder to a citizen. and I scanned the photo of the thing and I uploaded it to our USCIS file. Oh, by the way, guys, if you're going to do this process yourself, make sure you create a USCIS account. That way you can keep track of all your filing, everything you're doing. They can upload the documents and you get, you know, if there's any updates, you get it at the same time. So if you use a lawyer, they'll probably create the account for you. You get one notification from 2 days ago, they'll probably not tell you until whenever. And
no mean to cut you, babe, but USCIS stressed us out because they had a timeline thing, whereas when you go on the site, you'd see 6 weeks, you'd see 2 months.
Yes.
And it would count down, you know, till like 1 week and you say, yes, you're going to hear something. You know, when you're looking gone back to 2 months.
No, what it says is, first it says, the case is taking longer than expected. And then all of a sudden,
it's just
gone back. 16 weeks.
Stress out again.
I'm like, Jesus. So yeah, I asked them, uploaded the file to USCIS, and during that time, you know, I took my passport picture. I think I did it somewhere around that week, because I had to also apply for a passport, because now I no longer. Technically, you were supposed to give up your Jamaican passport when you did the ceremony. I just told them I didn't have a passport, so now your boy have 2 passports, but don't tell them that.
But you tell them.
I mean, it's too late now. So, did the passport photo. That shit is ugly though, baby. You see, right?
Yeah, I did see.
Yeah, disgusting. But regardless, your boy have an American passport, and that's what I use for the filing process in the later part of it. Still waiting for USCIS to say something on our case. There was no update. I know I came to Jamaica
in April. Yeah. And then let me tell this part. So in April he came to Jamaica, and then when he was leaving
2024 by the way.
Yeah,
so
2024. So this time now when he was leaving again, so I always go to the airport with him. I always come to the airport to pick him up, and I always go to the airport with him because I never want to waste any time together. It was only one time we did not get to I did not get to go to the airport. Was the time when he surprised me in December. So in April, in April now, when he was leaving, it was a very emotional time for us, those who know. And I just started to cry in the airport as always. I was strong this time. I was strong this time. Yeah, I was strong this time because after a while I had to condition my mind to
keep saying this is the last time we're traveling
right.
without each other.
So I said to him that day when he was leaving that this is going to be the last time that you're leaving me. The next time it will be me and you, or I'll be coming up to you. And
I think, did I leave on the 9th? I think I left the 9th.
I think so. And then when I normally start crying is when when we have to turn our backs and he's going through the line to go to TSA.
TSA line.
Yeah. And he always does not look back. I'm always the one looking back. But I know that he's up there feeling sad. But I always look back, and that's where I always break down thinking about it right now, man. Because I just always in head back me and say, boy, this is the very last time until we don't know when. You understand? And I remember coming out of the airport, waiting on the driver to come back and pick me up, and the tears just run down my face. And we I try to be strong, And I remember, because every time when he gets settled after I go through TSA, he would text me and say, I miss you. And can't believe we have to be doing this again, texting each other over the phone. That is always the hardest part, being so close to each other and then having to go back over the phone. That's crazy.
Trying to show emotions
right?
over the phone. It's like the worst
so
thing ever.
that very same day USCIS emailed you?
Yeah, so before that was the 9th. So April 5th I called them again. That was before, when I was still in Jamaica. I called them and said I submitted a request from February 23rd for them to update the status, and I haven't gotten anything back. The lady told me that she never listened to our request. So she saw that it was open, but there was nothing done about it. So she sent it in herself, and I got a ticket number. So she said that they're gonna work on it or whatever. And that's when the day when I was leaving, the 9th, I was at the airport, got the email saying that my status has been changed from a green card holder to now a U.S. citizen. And my son was happy.
Very happy. So we got that, and I think it's the same day our case got approved.
No.
And then that day?
No,
it was just to update that status that day?
It was just change the status that day.
So what about April 9th when you were leaving?
Yeah, that's the day when they
got approved?
No, there was no approved until further down. So April 11th, after I'm here back in the States, finally there's a change to our USCIS. If you want from just processing or whatever. They sent a request for evidence. So they wanted us to show my passport, which I had at the time, my US passport, and they wanted the pictures to show that the marriage was real. Remember this part? So we had to compile
we had to send
a
request for evidence before NVC stage?
Yeah, it was before NVC. So this was the last thing needed before the approval. They wanted the pictures, they wanted text messages, they wanted to see that I sent money, they wanted to see that we went on trips, and I'm like,
they wanted to see everything. Right now, US have all of our database.
Everything. I tell you, me and mommy stay up because mom had to help me because I had so much information. You know, when you're looking, you
sure never NVC stages?
It's not NVC.
No.
NVC never asked for this. NVC is different. It's a USCIS because I remember
For
uploading everything to it. I had basically everything they wanted, but I needed to limit myself as to what I was going to
because we had
upload.
So much. Like, even during the process, I said, babe, I couldn't never think of a relationship because we didn't have to try to figure out how we're going to put so many things
together. Which one is appropriate?
Which one appropriate?
There's some pictures and some messages.
Which one to put?
So they allowed you to have 5 documents. You didn't have to use all 5. But best believe your boy used all 5. You could upload 5 different PDFs. So I had one PDF when we were dating before marriage. That's pictures and text messages.
Even when we were in high school.
Yeah. Then I had another PDF. By the way, all of these were at least 20 pages.
Enough document.
Put everything together. I'm telling you some work. Overnight me at work.
You did sleep?
I don't even know. I can't remember.
And he had work the next day,
So we put in some work in this document. So we had the pictures before marriage, and which is also high school. The pictures after engagement, and then leading to marriage, and then we had
all the money sent.
Western Union transactions. Jesus. And all the hotel trips, the receipts, and we had the Airbnb.
The flight itineraries.
So all my boarding passes, well, not all of them, because there's no way I could put all of them on there. So most of them. Plus the receipts and all of that.
Our insurance policies that we had together. Like, it's just such a good thing that
what did you think about this before?
Yeah, and us doing this process, we actually in love. So like we were considering each other always, because when he took out his insurance, he added me to it. When I took out mine, I added him to it, because we said when he come Jamaica, if anything, or if we go doctor, him can. You understand what I say?
And then we
just always look over each other. So we had bank statements, joint account.
To have a joint account. They needed all that as well to show that we had something.
You'd have some people who say they're not joint account with no man or no woman because you need it, or then put no man for the insurance. Look here, if you plan to go forward in a life, you drop your foolishness and don't have to do if you don't love each other and just leave each other alone.
Because for us, the only alternative was having a lease together, but she's not living here with me,
right?
So she couldn't bear no lease, no phone bill. So we had to have a joint account,
right?
The bank, so that was the bank statements. I think that was. What else did we have other than I think that was basically it. The insurance, the bank statements, the transactions, receipts. Yeah, that was it. So we had all 5 documents pulled up. In total, everything was probably maybe a good almost 200 pages. We got that April 11th, and then I think it was a weekend, the Friday. And then on Monday, I submit the documents, and then that was so the 16th, the account went back to under review, and then the 17th, that's when we were approved. So Jesus, what a day was.
What a process.
That morning when we wake up, I never even have a voice. I call them.
So when he call me at work, me I go in and me I say me start scream. You should have everybody for. And then when I tell me say wait I work, me I have to serious up back, because throughout this entire process, to be honest, nobody knew anything. Even my family, it was when it reached a certain point where me say say this a go on, that a go on. But I just believe in not speaking about things until it come true. You understand? So I wanted to wait until I had something solid to say, Mommy, this a happened. You understand what I'm saying? So they knew, they had idea that we are doing things, but me never did keep them on track, like when we got our welcome message and everything, and we know so something is on the way now. Yeah, but I was basically private. Nobody never know. People could just assume that okay, because my husband lives overseas, then he's soon gone or whatever. But honestly, nobody never know my business.
I had no idea the sleepless nights so many have.
He had a lot of
sleep.
Right, because I did not have to worry about, as we say, him deal with everything. Only time when I would butt in is when he wants something from me. Like I would need to be there with him to help him to fill out some stuff. So that would include like for my parents, their date of birth and them something.
And not later on with
yeah.
So back to, if we're keeping track of the time, we were approved April 17, 2024 this year. And then April 20th, they said that they sent it to the Department of State, which is where the NVC process starts. This is the visa part.
This is how you say I get somewhere, no?
Exactly. And then, so that was April 20th. Then April 23rd, we got an email from NVC saying that they created our case and they're going to be working with it. Yes, we call it the welcome letter. Telling us the fees to pay, but we had to wait a couple of days before because they created the account, but we couldn't access it because it wasn't working. I paid the affidavit of support. That's $120. That's to show that you can financially take, sponsor your spouse or so forth. Not gonna go in depth in that. If anybody have any questions, then we can.
But just know that if it's under a certain amount, you're gonna need a sponsor.
Yeah, look into your state's minimum requirements and see what the wages and whatever. It changes so often. I don't know what to tell you. But thankfully, I was good. I didn't have to add anybody else to it.
That is good.
My income was enough. So I submitted that, filled it out, and then we did the IV fee, which is a DS 260. We paid that was $325, and then we filled out that form. We had to wait for them to process it, by the way, the payment first. Wait for them to process the payment, and then we can submit the documents. So by the time they were processing everything, it took them maybe 2-3 days to process it. I already had the forms filled out. I had to call the need to go to the DS 260.
Yeah.
Which is one we needed information
about
me
and my parents and all of them. Way back.
Yeah, so the case was created the 23rd and we completed all the documents and everything by the 26th. So we now waste no time.
As we get something, we
move straight to it. So this is where we're back to waiting again. We said, Lord, what we're gonna do now?
This is when we were documentarily qualified.
So after the submit 26th of April, May 13, we became documentarily qualified. And that's when we thought that, okay, now we just need to wait on the interview letter.
So I just want to say big up to NVC, because when we tell us that those people work, they work.
Very fast.
They work very fast. This is the part of the process where you feel like you have something going. Because me tell us, I get email all midnight, you get email 3 o'clock in the morning. Me tell us, these people, they work
at my pace.
They work
They're not sleep.
Them not sleep. So when it got to this point now, we're documentarily qualified on May 13, where things say, yeah man, by June
let soon come true.
By June, thereabout, me I go leave or whatever. I had to be taking so many days from work. And
yes, we had talked about the shots and stuff.
I had to take so many days. So let me
so during this part we were getting prepared for the medical process, because after documentarily qualified, it's literally waiting for the interview date, and then we're skipping something. Before documentarily qualified, for us to be documentarily qualified, we had to submit the police record. Police record, and they don't do same day police record anymore. So you have to go up by Maypen, and it takes 5 days. They actually come through in the 5 days, and you go to the tax office and you pay your $6,500. You get a receipt.
You get your receipt. You go up there. Make sure that you do your appointment before you go up there, because Jamaica stay. If you not follow what them say, you have to go back out the yard.
And it's done online.
So you do that online. You go.
I think we had to upload something online. You had to upload a picture, and the receipt or something. Something had to be uploaded.
And what I can tell anybody watching this, going through this process, you see, when you're in Jamaica, you see anything where you have to do document-wise, make sure it's by 5 o'clock you're on your way there. Like, make sure it's by 5 a.m. the hours there. You're on your way to wherever you're going. Make sure that you reach early, because listen, you see, when you reach late, if you reach after 8, then hours there,
you catch people attitude,
and then next year, the time before you get through, next thing you hear say this done, that done, you have to come back. Look here, get up out on the bed, I just think about the latter end and just say, alright, I'm gonna do this. So tell them about my partner. Alright, so as I was saying, I had to take a lot of days from work. Couldn't even explain to my employer what was happening, because I said I wanted to wait until everything was solid. So they thought it was something else, but
Might have to pause.
Okay.